What is up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is noname4505 here, bringing you a Pokemon Showdown battle. And I think most of you know what Showdown is, so I'm not going to bother explaining what it is. And today I've got an OU battle, as you guys can see, versus Donasin. I believe that's how your name's pronounced. If you have a YouTube, please let the Pokemoshpit people know in the comments so we can leave it in the description. Anyways, he is using the most standard rain offense team in Black and White 2, so I'm not even going to bother explaining that because anyone who's played OU in the past 2 months should know what this team is. Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick, so try and get over the fact that my voice might not sound perfect. Anyways, I'm using a Sandstall team with Special Defensive Hippowdon, Subseed Breloom, Standard Skarmobliss with Skarmory to set up hazards, and Blissey to Wish support. And I have Rapid Spinning Tentacruel, which also acts to absorb Toxic Spikes and set up its own, and Choice Banded Scizor, because Scizor is actually not that bad on stall teams, because with all the potent threats, Scizor acts as a great revenge killer. Anyways, he's good enough this Breloom, and I'm figuring that he's offensive, and since I'm defensive, he's going to outspeed me, and that Hippowdon is my most sleep fodderable thing. So that's what I'm going to use as sleep fodder. Anyways, this Breloom can't touch my Skarmory at all, so I'm going to go right for the safe Brave Bird because it is just turn 3, so there's no reason to overpredict this early in the game. And now he's going to switch out to his Politoed, get his rain up, which is good for him, but I'm just going to set up a layer of spikes on the switch. And since the only Rapid Spinner that he could potentially have is Starmie, which most Starmies nowadays aren't Rapid Spinning, then my hazards are pretty much safe to stay for the moment. So now I'm going to go set up a Wish as he switches out to his Breloom. I just threw up a Wish to scout if he had A, the Focus Blast, or B, if he was Specs or Scarf. And I'm going to receive the Wish with my Skarmory. Didn't matter too much, but I do get up a layer of spikes on the switch. So now I'm going to go out to my Hippowdon, predicting him to go for the Thunder, as I also get my Sand back up, which is all good. So now I'm going to go out to my Breloom, figuring that I could take pretty much any hit from this Jirachi, since it seems to be a standard special defensive Jirachi. Except for whatever reason it doesn't have Stealth Rocks, otherwise he would have used it by now. But, yeah, Jirachi does what it does, and Flinch Haxes me to death. So that's no bueno. And now I just got to switch out to my Skarmory to resist that, because I was trying to get a Spore off, but that didn't happen, because Jirachi decided to be a troll like it always is. And now goes out to his Politoed. I'm going to go for the Whirlwind, predicting him to switch out to something, and I just wanted to phase his team around a little bit more and get some more hazards damage. So now goes out to his Breloom, and just like before, I'm not going to overpredict, and I'm going to go right for the Brave Bird as he just goes out to his Jirachi. And now that the rain is up, I know he's going to try and fire off some Thunder, so I'm going to go right back out to my Hippowdon, but he actually makes a smart play and goes for the Wish. And now I'm going to double switch out to my Scizor, and now I know that the Sandstorm is up if he's defensive, which I thought he was. I know he couldn't OHKO me with a single thing, but he turned out to actually be offensive Life Orb, but he can't OHKO me anyway, so I'm able to take out his Starmie with my Scizor, so that's all good. So now I've got my Breloom in here, and I'm figuring, okay, I'm going to die anyway, but I can at least put something to sleep, but Jirachi does what it does, and Flinch Haxes me to death. So now I'm going to go out to my Tentacruel because I do have the Scald, and outside of Starmie, it's probably my best thing to take it on, and I want to just try and spread some burn around, whether it be on that Jirachi or this Breloom, which actually is going to get burned by the Scald, which kind of sucks, but it's pretty fortunate, especially considering how much he's haxed me out with all the Flinch Haxes, so, you know, oh well. Anyways, now he's got his Breloom here. He's trying to set up some Sword Stances, but my Skarmory, especially since he's burned, pretty much hard walls it, and I predicted him to switch there, which is why I went for the Whirlwind instead of going for the kill with the Brave Bird, but doesn't matter. Now his Jirachi throws up a Wish. I'm going to go for the Whirlwind, even if he does help heal his team with the Wish. I do not want that Jirachi healing, since in my mind that Jirachi is the biggest threat to my team right now, so I just want to try and phase it around a lot. And get some hazard damage on it with my spikes. Anyways, he's going to switch out of there because he wasn't -1. I'm going to Roost. And I'm going to go out to my Tentacruel, figuring that I can resist any single hit that he goes for and abuse his own rain with my Rain Dish and my Black Sludge to restore my health. Now I'm going to go for the Scald on the switch once again, just trying to spread burn around, and I go for the Protector just because I can restore 12.5% of my health every turn. So now I figure that I'm at a good enough health to where I can take this Hurricane pretty well, and unfortunately I hurt myself at Confusion, so I don't get a Scald off, which as damage. Number one, I think that may have been able to kill based on the damage it did on Breloom, or it did on the first time, with the burn. But whatever. So now he goes for the U-turn. I predicted his Breloom switch there, which is why I went out to Caesar, but he makes the smarter play and just goes right for the U-turn to get the safe switch in. Because he is life orbed, so he has the ability to switch up moves. Anyways, he just goes for the Iron Knight. He goes for the Wish. I'm going to go for the Whirlwind because, like I said, I do not want that Jirachi restoring health because I don't really consider Tornadus to be that big of a threat since it's not in rain, and when it's not in rain, I just don't think it's going to be that big of a threat. So anyways, he turns out to have the Heat Wave, so that's just good information to know. So now I'm going to go out to my Blissey here. And for whatever reason, I expect Tornadus is to carry HP Ice, but for whatever reason, HP Ice just isn't that popular anymore. So I guess a lot of these things carry a fighting type attack, but why he's carrying Brick Break and not Superpower kind of confused me, but oh well. I'm just gonna go for the Protect anyway because I can receive my own Wish. Excuse me there. And now my Blissey's at a strong health, so I'm gonna go for the Seismic Toss here, deal a nice chunk of damage to that Jirachi on the switch as well as receiving my own Wish. Now he throws up a Wish. I go for the Seismic Toss, take out that Jirachi, so that means it's at a very low amount of health. Now right there, I could have protected, but you have to remember that the Wish was up, so I switched out to my Hippowdon so that the Sandstorm would kill him off first, and he wouldn't be able to receive his Wish. So that's why I did that. And anyways, I'm going to go right for the Bug Bite right here, just to resist, or no, I'm not going to go for the Bug Bite. He's going to go for the Bug Bite. I'm going to go out to my Skarmory. I'm going to go for the Roost on the switch to get my health back up to full. And now I'm just going to sack my Skarmory since I really don't need it anymore because I have other things to deal with at Caesar. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird to get damage off. And now I'm going to go out to my own Caesar. He's going to switch in, take some nice hazard damage. And I have this Bullet Punch right here to deal a nice chunk to him. And now he goes for the Bullet Punch. And I go out to my Tentacruel. I was hoping I would take that better, but since he is Choice Banded, obviously, I'm not, and I go for the Protect here. There's really no reason for me to go for the Protect. So now I'm going to switch out to Blissey, once again just hoping I could take it better, but I don't. So I'm kind of derping around here a little bit, so now I've got to go back to my Tentacruel to Death Fodder. I could have Death Fodder pretty much anything, but I figured that Tentacruel was the most Death Fodderable. And now I just have to hope that my Hippowdon wakes up in 2 or 3 turns right here so I can fire off an EQ. And I do wake up in 2 turns, fire off the Earthquake, and take out that Caesar. So then it goes out to his Politoed, and his rain is basically going to be here to stay. I mean, I could have, switched out to Blissey and done some stuff, but I figured there's no reason, really, there's no reason to. So now I'm going to go out to Tornado, or he's going to go out to Tornado, so I'm really being stupid here. And now he's going to go for the Hurricane. If I were him, I would have gone for the Brick Break since it would have O-code Caesar from there, so he only has to take 1 round of Life Orb damage instead of 2. And I know that the Bullet Punch can kill from here, which it does. I don't know if he would have been able to live it from half health. I kind of doubt it because even though Tornadus is kind of bulky, Caesar is pretty powerful, especially with that Bullet Punch. So anyways, that was a good game person who I don't remember, but I said his name at the beginning of the battle. And I hope you guys enjoyed Pokemoshpit. If you like to see more of my content, please check out my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And peace.